next we're going to do some core work. So we're going to start on our bums. You're going to have your hands planted behind you in the back. We're going to do lemon squeezes, or actually assisted lemon squeezes. So starting here, you're going to put your legs out long, leaning back, and then squeeze it in. So it's out and squeeze. Ready? And go. Really squeeze it out, pressing your legs out long, leaning back, squeezing your body together at the top, using your abs and all of the muscles of your core, going all the way around your back as well. Almost there. Very good. And now we're going to come right into side plank. For side plank, we're going to start on our forearm. So you're going to make sure your feet are stacked up. Your shoulder is directly over your elbow. And you're going to lift right up into that side plank. If you need to, you can have your front foot forward to balance. Or you can have your knee down if you need to further assist. Trying to keep everything in very good alignment. So your neck is in good alignment. Your head all the way down to your toes is in good alignment. Doing good. The more things you squeeze to help hold you up, the better. So using that lower quad, glute, and oblique to really press you up. Good. And we're going to go right directly into the other side. And coming up into that other side plank. You could have your hand up or behind your back to help to keep that shoulder back, the top shoulder. Try not to let it fall forward if you can. Again, you can have your foot forward or your knee down if you need to, but try to keep your shoulders back in good alignment. Squeeze everything tight, you're almost there. And then we're going to come right over into forearm plank now. So for your forearm plank, again, make sure your shoulders are directly over your elbows. Back is flat. Your butt is in the same plane as the rest of your body, so it's not up high or sagging. Make sure you're forward on your toes. So when you look down, your gaze is over your hands. If you find your gaze is between your elbows, push yourself forward on your toes a little bit further so that your gaze is right over your hands, and really squeeze everything tight. Very good. And come back out of that. We're going to come back onto your back now. We're going to do some bicycles. So bicycles, we're going to have your feet in the tabletop position, hands by your head. You're going to extend one leg and bring your elbow to the opposite knee. So making sure you get the full leg extension and the full cross from midline with your upper body. Ready? And go. Good full range of motion bicycles here. They can go slow. You don't have to be fast to make these effective. Very good. And the last ab exercise we're going to do reverse curls, actually mini reverse curls. You're going to put your hands in a diamond underneath your hips, and your feet are going to come into the air. Keeping your feet together, and without bringing your feet all the way toward your head, you're just going to lift your feet straight up in the air. So essentially just pulling your pelvis up off of your thumb diamond. Ready, and go. So you should feel this come up underneath your diaphragm. Very good. And that concludes your workout.
Good job. We're going to just cool down and stretch. So I'm going to have you go ahead and come onto your yoga mat
And come onto your hands and knees, placing your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under and push back into down dog. Head is between your elbows, and go ahead and pedal your feet out one at a time, really stretching through the back of your legs, getting a good calf stretch, switching back and forth a couple of times. From Yoga Dog, I'm going to have you step one foot in between your hands and drop your back knee down onto the ground, pressing forward for a hip flexor stretch here. And from here, you're going to shift your weight back, bringing your toe up. You may need to adjust. And with a high stance supported with your hands, I'm going to have you now bend your knee, keeping your toe up, and drop your chest onto your leg. And slowly, on each exhale, I'm going to have you just drop your hip back toward the back of the room, and you'll feel that stretch deepen into your hamstring and maybe down into your calf as well. Going slowly and increasing the stretch on each exhale. Good. And go ahead and plant your hands beside your foot. Pick up and reaching back. Switch legs, stepping in between your hands again. Drop that back knee down for a hip flexor stretch. Good. And then again, sitting back, toe comes up, and adjust your leg in a supported position. You've got a light hamstring stretch first. And then as you bend your knee and drop your upper body onto your leg, you'll feel the stretch move into the belly of the muscle. And then slowly on each exhale, sitting back into the stretch as it deepens through the hamstring and down into the calf. Very good. And go ahead and pick back up out of that. Now you're going to bring one foot in front of your opposite knee and drop down into pigeon. So your leg is in front of your opposite, or your foot is in front of your opposite hip. Just relax down in this position. This is going to stretch through your outer thigh. Good. And again, you're just going to push up out of that position and switch legs. Out of that, you come around to sitting. Go ahead and bring both feet together in center and scoot your hips forward. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. Bring your shoulder blades together in the back so you feel your chest open and high. And now you're going to grab your feet so that you've got your big toes and open your feet like a book. And that should drop your knees closer down to the floor and really stretch through your core. Coming forward and come all the way up to standing. And from here, I'm going to have you tilt your head to one side, pressing your opposite palm down, putting the stretch to the side of your neck. And switch. Good. And then opening your arms, bringing one across, pressing it across your body. Sides. Good. Last one, you're just going to reach down behind your back so your hand comes down in between your